Hawaii's Section 8 program refers to the Housing Choice Voucher Program. It is a federal assistance program that helps low-income individuals and families afford safe and decent housing in the private rental market. The program is administered by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development or HUD, but is implemented by local public housing agencies or PHA in each state. The Section 8 program provides eligible participants with a housing voucher that subsidizes a portion of their rent. The amount of assistance is based on the participant's income and family size, and it is intended to ensure that they pay no more than 30% of their household income towards rent and utilities. In Hawaii, the Section 8 program operates similarly to other states, but there may be some regional variations in terms of eligibility criteria and waiting list procedures due to the unique housing market and cost of living in the state. Renting to a Section 8 tenant can have both advantages and disadvantages. While the Section 8 program provides guaranteed rental income and potential long-term tenants, there are some downsides that landlords should consider. Stricter regulations. Participating in the Section 8 program means adhering to certain regulations and guidelines set by the Housing Authority. These regulations may include property inspections, rent limits, and other administrative requirements, which can be perceived as burdensome for some landlords. Property inspections. Section 8 properties are subject to periodic inspections to ensure they meet HUD's housing quality standards. If the property does not pass inspection, the landlord may need to make necessary repairs or improvements, which could incur costs and potential disruptions for the landlord and the tenant. Negative stereotypes. Some landlords may hold negative stereotypes about Section 8 tenants, assuming they will be problematic or neglectful of the property. This bias can lead to missed opportunities for landlords to rent to otherwise responsible and reliable tenants. Paperwork and administration. Participating in the Section 8 program involves paperwork and administrative tasks, such as verifying tenant income and completing necessary forms. This can be time-consuming for landlords who prefer a more hands-off approach to property management. Rent ceiling. The rent for Section 8 properties is typically capped at a certain amount determined by the local housing authority. Landlords may find that the maximum allowable rent is lower than what they could potentially charge in the open market. If tenants leave the unit damaged, and the security deposit doesn't cover the cost, usually owners will have to pay out of pocket the difference since the tenants don't have additional funds and don't care about their credit score reputation. While owners are skeptical of renting to Section 8 tenants, here are some of the positive views and advantages of renting to Section 8 tenants you can mention to owners. Guaranteed rent payments. One of the most significant advantages of renting to a Section 8 tenant is the assurance of receiving rent payments. The government directly subsidizes a portion of the tenant's rent, providing landlords with a consistent and reliable source of income. Reduced vacancy rates. Section 8 tenants often face challenges in finding suitable housing due to limited available rentals that accept housing vouchers. By opening their property to Section 8 tenants, landlords can reduce vacancy rates and minimize the time their property remains unoccupied. Long-term tenants. Section 8 tenants often seek stable housing arrangements. Landlords who provide well-maintained properties and treat tenants fairly may benefit from longer lease terms and decreased turnover, reducing the cost and effort of finding new tenants. Lower risk of tenant default. Since a portion of the rent is covered by the government, the risk of tenant default is lower compared to renting to tenants solely responsible for the full rent amount. Access to a diverse pool of tenants. Participating in the Section 8 program opens doors to a more diverse pool of potential tenants, including low-income families, seniors, and individuals with disabilities. This can provide landlords with a sense of fulfillment in helping vulnerable populations find stable housing. Positive community impact. By accepting Section 8 tenants, landlords contribute to reducing homelessness and increasing affordable housing options in their community. This can enhance their reputation and goodwill within the local area.